Hello and welcome to my channel. Whether you are a return visitor or this is your first time here, this is Faith from southwestern beautiful British Columbia in Canada. And the beauty today is very, 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 very white and snowy. And yeah, it's been coming down since about midnight and it is now, what is it now? Oh, close to noon on Wednesday, January the 17th. We're all snowed in here. People have been warned to stay inside, according to what they have to drive, of course. So this is a good day to make a video. It's been quite a few weeks since my last video, when I told you about my first experience bringing my journals to a craft fair. Check it out. Since then, Christmas has come and gone. I trust you all had a good one. Mine was very nice. That is until I caught a sinus head cold, and it lasted a couple of weeks, but I think I've seen the end of it. So about mid-December, I decided that I would take part in Junk Journal January 2024, and I'm here to show you what I've accomplished to this point. In July, I participated for the first time Junk Journal July 2023, and I had a great experience. I learned a lot about myself, about my process with junk journaling, and what I'd do different next time. So the first choice was to choose a slightly different book than I did last time. I created the book before, and then I added everything to it. This time, this is what I've chosen to work on. It's a chipboard book, which has been in my stash for a very long time. You can tell it's kind of tattered around the corners, but I'm saying that that's part of its beauty. It has jump rings, and I am adding the pages, creating the pages separately, and then we'll be adding them to this at the end. So now I would like some comments on what you would do with this cover. As you can see, it's really pretty. It is laser cut through. So I'm not sure whether I want to paint it or leave it as is, or paint or put on something on the inside of it like white, or maybe pink. What do you think? Please drop your comments below, and I will definitely read them all and take heed to what you say. A couple of the things that I wanted to show you before I get into what I've created is I want to show you this book, which I picked up at a thrift store just before Christmas. It is gorgeous. If any of you have the chance to find this book, Women of Flowers by Jack Kramer, it's a tribute to Victorian women illustrators. And it is an absolutely gorgeous book. The pages are thick. They are like cardstock. So I have actually already used some of these base pages in what I've already created. But I just wanted to thumb through it and let you see the beauty of these illustrations. It is like magnificent. I've pulled some of the pages out already. As you can see, I've done a few things to it, and I'm really looking forward to making lots of use of this book. It is thread bound, as you can see, so it's fairly easy to get the pages out. And you could use it as an altered book, I suppose, but I don't think I will do that. I will be using the pages instead. Isn't it gorgeous? And it is quite a thick book. It has, let me see, to the end of 223 pages. And it's a nice size. It's about, oh, I don't know, about maybe 5.5, 6 inches by maybe not quite that. Maybe that's 7. I don't know. I can, if anybody's interested, I can post it below. But I wanted to show it to you because if you get the chance to find this book, I highly recommend it. And I paid only maybe $2 for it. So I have used some of those. The other thing that I want to show you before I get started is these fabulous washi tape. I had them on my Christmas list. Amazon gives you the choice of creating wish lists on Amazon. And I added these to my Christmas wish list. And I believe it was one of my grandkids who bought this set for me. And I just love it so much. And you will see that I decided that I would add these to the bottom of every page in my junk journal January. As you can see, it looks like they've been torn and burnt or inked, but they come in, there's 6 different colors here, and yeah, it's one of the gifts I absolutely loved, and I highly recommend it. So let's get started. Prompt number 1 was resolutions. Now, I have to be honest with you. I've never been one to make New Year's resolutions. However, I have more recently chosen a word for the year, and that to me is so much more hopeful and something I can hang on to for 365 days. And my word for 2024 is expectation, on quite a number of very personal levels. And so this is my expectation page. Looking forward. I put prompts 2 and 3 together. Prompt 2 is quotes. And this quote is one which my friend Michelle posted on her Facebook page. And I had heard it a long time ago, but I'd forgotten about it, and I really love it. So this is actually 2 quotes here. Practice any art, music, singing, dancing, acting, drawing, painting, sculpting, poetry, fiction, essays, writing, no matter how well or badly, not to get money and fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside you, to make your soul grow. And that's by Kurt Vonnegut. Or stated another way, your talent is God's gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to God. And that quote is by Leo Basaglia. And prompt 3 was throwback. In going through some old pictures over the holidays, I found this one of myself when I was first getting into theater and acting. I was in a musical, and this was my crazy costume, which I wore on stage, and someone took this picture backstage of me in it, and it just made me smile. And the napkin background here actually matched it pretty good, and I like the idea of the orange bird looking at my orange plume on my hat. It made me smile. And as you can see, there's my cool washi tape. This is the orange and brown mix. Number 4 was tuck spot. I just created several layers and levels and made a couple of tuck spots. First behind the trees here, and then behind this row of ticket. And this page, the backdrop of this page, was from that book I just showed you. And here's a couple of journaling cards, which for a tuck spot, you need something to tuck into them, right? Prompt 5 is daily log. So I just basically wrote out what my usual day looks like here. And again, the background of this book was the book that I showed you earlier. Prompt 6 and 7 I put together. Prompt 6 is memory. Different things that came to my memory of days gone by. Here's another picture of myself when I was, I don't know, I would have been probably 10 or 11 there. Holding a cake that my mom obviously made. And I don't know if she made that dress or not, but up until I was 8 years old, I can't remember having a store-bought dress because my mom sewed all of our clothes. And I'm the oldest of 5, so you can be sure that was quite a few clothes. Of course, we had hand-me-downs from family and friends, but usually for something special, she would sew us something very nice. So, an old sewing machine, a treadle sewing machine, which I learned to sew on myself. It was an old treadle sewing machine. A pattern. And some of my other memories are a little bit, as I got a little bit older and got into high school. That was before computers. And I learned to type on a regular typewriter. And this background piece here is from an old typing book with special exercises and warm-ups and reviews and that kind of thing. And then I also took a class in shorthand. And I have a shorthand book as well, so I love using those in my altered books and my junk journals. And I like the idea that I happened to pick up the the part in the book that says transpose and transcribe. So that was fun. And to be honest with you, I know that I can't remember any of that because quite shortly after that, dictation machines came about and you kind of lost the shorthand. So the other memory is a little bit more recent. I found a spirograph, just a tiny little mini spirographs, and so I put that on here. Now, I think that was probably after I'd grown up and had kids of my own, but I still liked it, and I thought it would be cool to have to add to my books here. And stitched was prompt number 7, and I do not have a sewing machine now in my small space. I gave my sewing machine to my daughter, who, if I need to mend anything, I just take it over there and do it. But I stitched with my pen instead around the edges and a few other spots here. Prompt number 8 is neutral. And as you can tell, I kept it pretty neutral. Doing some collage, some stickers, and stamps. Now, my black ink stamp was pretty inky, and I wasn't quite sure if I would leave it or I might just add a little bit of gesso over it and tone it down a little bit. But that's that. Prompt number 9 is foliage. And this is a combination of the backdrop of one of the pages out of the book, some stencils, stamps, and this is a sticker. And this always reminds me of the old Laugh-In skit that they did, that somebody would be peeking out from behind the the leaves, all the leaves and greenery in the foliage. And here's the green washi tape with the butterflies on it. Just loved how it looked there. And Number 10 and 11, I put them together. Layered and eclectic. So I layered a bunch of different pictures and images that I had and background colors. And this is a card that I like that was in those similar colors. I created a couple of tags. Put them in a little belly band here. A little bit more layering with the piece of lace. And the eclectic was mainly in the colors here. There's something about hot pink and bright orange that just makes me smile. It's such a fun combination of colors. And of course, the washi tape along the bottom. I kept this one pretty simple. I think day 12 was a super busy day for me. So yeah, I just tore up some pages and added them to my torn edges. And I just realized I do not have my washi tape there. I'm gonna have to remedy that. I will fix that. That's how busy that day was, whatever I was doing. Prompt number 13 was garden. Another busy day, but I had this image out of a magazine in my stash, and I just love the look of that garden. I love purple flowers in a garden. And so that's what this became. And again, the pages out of that Women of Flowers book here. Prompt 14 and 15, pattern and opposites. So a number of patterns here. There's a plaid here, which I love. I love plaids. Check. A little bit of a pattern here on this purple. And I punched through this delicate lacy pattern. And the colors are what are the opposites? Purple and yellow. And I added a little quote of scripture here. Yellow always speaks to me of hope. And that's it. Up to 15. So that's half of the month of January. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've had lots of fun making this, and I'm going to finish it off, and I may or may not get back to it in a week as far as a video goes, but please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again. And please do comment what you think of my makings, and please also do comment what you think that I should do with the cover of this, my junk journal January 2024. Oh, and before I go, I need to tell you that Junk Journal January and July is led by Meg and Meg Journals and Get Messy Arts, which I will post the links to below. That's it for now. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.